Well, this proves that my original discovery of 9/9/17, 10:45 a.m. Central Time US is in fact correct. Still not perfect implementation, obviously, but 36 years of playing wrong, and just a short time now, less than a year, of playing correctly. In fact, this most recent revelation that I had with respect to the symbiotic relationship which exists between the lightness of the presentation of the finger to its string and the subsequent tightness or narrowness or immediacy of the tip joint's contractive trajectory during that joint's sole activation, together with simultaneous relaxation of middle and large main knuckle joints, was very recent. So the original discovery of 9/9/17 was with respect to the tip joint being the sole activator of all plucks, both rest stroke and free stroke, together with simultaneous relaxation of middle and large main knuckle joints, aiming the plucking finger's tip precisely toward the plucking finger's own main knuckle joint as its intended target. In recent months, or I should say in recent weeks, I've come to the understanding that there is in fact a symbiotic relationship which exists between these two parameters: lightness of placement of the finger on its string from the large main knuckle joint, as feather light a touch as is possible, regardless of desired volume for both rest stroke and free stroke, together with, in a symbiotic relationship with, the subsequent extraordinary tightness or narrowness or immediacy of the tip joint's contractive trajectory during that joint's sole activation, together with simultaneous relaxation of middle and large main knuckle joints. The middle and large main knuckle joints desist completely and are relaxed during all strokes, rest stroke and free stroke. But this marriage, this symbiotic relationship between lightness of placement and subsequent tightness or narrowness or immediacy of the tip joint's contractive trajectory is everything. And the way we can envision this tightness parameter that I'm speaking of, I'm not referring to tension. When I say tightness, I'm talking about the degree of the contractive trajectory of the plucking finger's tip joint. We can envision this parameter as follows. It's as if there's a piece of sticky dust that is stuck upon the underside of our plucking finger's nail, and we are attempting to fling this sticky piece of dust straight up so that it sticks upon the underside of the plucking finger's own large main knuckle joint. So that's an extraordinarily tight or immediate or narrow contractive trajectory, and it must take place from feather light status, as I said. Lightness and tightness, a symbiotic relationship. Once you hit upon the perfect combination and degree of these two parameters, lightness followed by tightness of contractive trajectory of the tip joint's sole activation, all goes smoothly. Now, as I said, I've only been playing this way really for a few weeks. And for 36 years prior to that, I played in other ways, and mainly playing from the main joint. In fact, the main knuckle joint completely desists during all plucks. There's a neurological illusion that exists within the perspective of the very natural virtuoso. They feel as if, and they believe as though, they are activating the two larger joints, when in fact the two larger joints completely desist in the playing of all great virtuosos. Whether they're aware of it or not, most are not. Now, the laws of physics and geometry dictate that in spite of the fact that we are attempting to direct the string straight up toward the plucking finger's own main large knuckle joint, using the tip joint only to do so, in spite of the fact that that is what we're attempting to do, what in fact happens is the string is directed down into the top of the instrument as we desire. And this is due to the fact that the string interfaces with the fingertip or fingernail in such a fashion that the string itself becomes the subject of an opposing force, not an engaging force. This is only if we activate only the tip joint and in only the fashion that I describe.